From the sanctuary to Alexandria, to the kingdom, to the depths of hell, aka known as the ocean side. We had a lot of deaths this season, a lot of communities introduced, nowhere near enough deaths, so only 10 to rank. There's a lot of unnamed. Hell, I think there was a rabbit, I think there was a horse, but we only get 10 of these names because we're not talking about Diddy men and the red shirts. It's only people with names, alright? So, 10th spot, who do you think it is? Guys.
Well, it's not one of the guys that got bashed with Lucille, I'll tell you that.
They're reserved for the upper echelons.
You get the main event spots. If you're in a match with Lucille, you're probably main eventing.
Yep, this is a pre-show stopper here. Sasha Green.
Yeah, just a boring death, an uneventful death, a death that literally made no sense. I mean, even from I want to try and take out Negan when I'm dead aspect. I mean, at this point, we see how easily people handle walkers. Like Sasha, why didn't Sasha just do the same plan but not dead? See if Sasha was alive. I mean, I'm sure she could have put up more of a fight against Negan than undead Sasha. And it just, for me, it ruined the finale. Well, and that's the main reason I'm putting it in 10th.
Yeah, I mean, the coffin's cringe. The
dedicated pretty much the whole finale to Sasha's death.
I think there's been some great suicides, in TV history. This is not one of them. It's literally so avoidable. There's no actual fucking reason to do it. Like you said, she could do it alive. See, as soon as Negan opens that coffin and she charged at him alive, he's still going to be like, what the shit? You know what I mean? Or whatever he said. Cringe, folks. And then you factor in, she gets put down, zombified, outside, in the middle of a forest. Well, Maggie cries a wee crocodile tears, pretending to care about her. Crap, as you say, ruined the finale. Up next, Richard. Morgan kills him for no fucking reason. Absolutely unjustified. Where is the trial? What about Rick? I just, honestly, I don't get this, right? Alexandria's cucked. The kingdom are jabronis. Morgan doesn't kill people, and he literally kills Richard for no reason. About a month's passed since we watched this, and right. I can't go over it.
I mean, I just can't. It's not the fact that Morgan strangles him that I think. It's the surrounding people. It's the fact the kingdom just watch on and allow it to happen. It's Morgan's reasoning for doing it. And I just can't accept that they're planning on going to war against the Saviors, and Morgan thinks it's a bright idea to kill easily the most competitive, the best fighter, and the guy that's got the will, the guy that actually wants the war the most. Morgan thinks it's a good idea to kill this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy that's been pushing for the war, a guy that is willing to sacrifice his life in the war. And Morgan thinks, no, the best thing for me to do is actually sacrifice his life by killing him in front of Dave or Jim or whatever that guy's called.
They just sit there, the kingdom. King Ezekiel, no fucking king. A real king breaks this up regardless of the shitey orders stricken upon them for the saviors.
Let's just say, but here, and it's broken logic, because let's say Morgan isn't strangling Richard here. Let's say he's strangling Carol.
Oh, of course, this is split up.
Does King Ezekiel just listen to the Saviour and not split it up, or...
What if it's Benjamin? Oh, they cared so much when he got shot.
So yeah, just dumb, very, very dumb death. And you know what? See Sasha, and it's no surprise they're 10th and 9th on our list, because they're probably the two worst written deaths in my opinion.
Yeah, crap. Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, see with Richard's, right? I can see why Morgan's pissed and why he killed him to a degree, but why they don't split it up is ridiculous. But with the Sasha one, it's retarded.
Yeah. Number 8, we've got Benjamin. He takes a bullet literally for Richard. Bleeds out. Honestly, man, I think you've got to be pathetic in a TV show to bleed out from a gunshot to the leg.
Yeah.
It can happen in real life, right? But it is pretty rare. Plus, I mean, if you look at TV shows, right, people tend to take more than they could in real life. You see people take, a lot of punishment or a lot of shots, and they tend to pull through. They tend to survive because it is a TV show. So when a TV show is killing you off, well, from a shot that you're likely to survive in real life, then you know they don't think much of your character, or they think you're pretty weak, and that's why I have with Benjamin here.
Yeah, I mean, you hear so many times in real life, like, oh, he got shot 9 times and he lived, things like that. I mean,
50?
yeah, it's like this guy's got shot.
Many men.
Many jabronis, man.
Many boys.
This guy gets shot in the leg and it's like he bleeds out, and like you say, it does happen, but I mean, name me someone else.
But I'd say it'd be more likely to happen if you were on your own and you were left there. The fact he had so many people around him, you tell me somebody couldn't have stopped the fucking blood loss.
Like, I know Rick's got, a bit of plot armor, right? But look how many times Rick and Daryl have been shot.
There was no tie that someone could have tied around the leg or something and stopped the bleeding.
No, I know, but look how many times like Daryl and Rick have been shot. Like, and I mean, fucking Dwight ended an episode. It looked like he shot Daryl in the head.
I don't really get it. Number 7, we've got Olivia. She was eating all the food and then she ate an arrow to the head, or was it a bullet?
It was a bullet, a rat shot, or...
Yeah, it was that other fatty that got the arrow, my bad.
Denise,
Olivia, two very similar characters. Neither will be missed. Olivia, she got killed because of what Rosita did. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. You look at Daryl, he kind of inadvertently got Glenn killed by Negan logic and Walking Dead logic, and he cries like a bitch about it for the entire season. Rosita, by the exact same logic, got Olivia killed, and she never gave a single solitary fuck. So, is it
bringing the white man down?
Is it is it that the women are strong or whatever, and they don't feel that? She doesn't feel the pain, or are they not held accountable for their actions? Or, well, we know that they're not, like, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why is Daryl like basically a dick for getting Glenn killed, but Rosita, by the same logic, got Olivia killed here, and it's not even. I mean, this is never even spoken about.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, Glenn.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I mean, obviously, I do think Daryl's closer to Glenn than she was to Olivia, but the logic still stands. But, they can't portray Rosita as weak. That's it.
That's pretty much it there. Number 6.
But also, bear in mind, like, Daryl punched Negan. Rosita took a fucking gun to Negan at point blank range and could have dropped him right there and then.
Yeah, it's like, I think what Rosita done
warrants more than what happened.
Yeah, whereas the Daryl punching Negan really, is that deserving in Glenn?
Spencer gets his guts ripped out in Main Street because he kind of wanted, to take leadership, but kind of went around Rick to do it. Put it this way, right? See if Rosita wanted leadership, would she got her guts out? See if Spencer tried to kill Negan.
Look at all the women that have been plotting to take Negan down. Like Sasha. Yep. She's trying to kill him. And Negan fucking starts kissing her ass. Oh, lady balls.
Even if you had balls, I'd like you.
I want you by my side. But he doesn't want Spencer by his side. Just phony, forced bullshit for The Walking Dead. See if you can't see it, man. See if you live in a world where you think we're complaining about nothing. Oh, it's not woke. You guys are just complaining. You guys just hate what you're talking shite, man. It's clear to see. You've got to be brain dead not to see these things in these shows. Fucking, I made a Last of Us video like a week ago, reacting to like a bunch of comments on Twitter, like all verified account. Like not celebrities, but well, I guess celebrities, politicians. People that have got verified accounts and like decent followers that have been bashing The Walking Dead, calling it woke. And like some guy commented, "Oh God, just because they have a gay character, you think it means the show's woke?" If you think that's all they've got, then I'm afraid to tell you, buddy, you need to open your eyes. But yeah, no, The Walking Dead's. I don't think it's as bad as The Last of Us in terms of being woke. But it's clearly that it's clearly there.
I mean, Fito in The Sopranos, that's not woke. In The Wire, there's loads of gay characters. There's a lesbian police detective, can't remember her name, and like one of the main gangsters in The Wire's gay, but it's not woke because it can be written good.
No, but you see, like they want to have their cake and eat it, man. They want to portray that the women are just as capable as the men, and I think The Walking Dead have actually went way beyond that. I think they want to show now that the women are way more capable than the men, but at the same time, when it comes to them being punished or when it comes to them being held accountable, they still want them to be treated traditionally like women, where oh, what? A woman tried to do something to Negan. It wouldn't be fair for Negan to bash her over the head or rip her guts out, so he'll just do it to a man
It's
instead.
funny though. They'll portray it right that the weak women have died and the strong ones have survived. See if Laurie and Beth and Patricia, right? See if they were all still alive, they'd be like Steven Seagal clones, Big Boss, Solid Snake shite, guaranteed.
Yeah, and see if they were alive, Laurie would be saying to Rick, "You stay in the kitchen. I'm gonna take."
But with the men, I actually feel like it's the fucking opposite. I actually feel like all the strong men have died and all the weak ones have lived. You look at the state of The Walking Dead in the last couple of seasons. Fucking Eugene and Gabriel running the show.
See, in a world, they shouldn't be alive while Meryl and Shane are dead.
No,
Just shouldn't be happening. Right, number 6, we got Davy the Rapist. Rapey Davy. Davy Rapey.
just get stabbed through the throat in very cartoonish fashion.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, another... not a nice guy. Doesn't appear that way. I mean, looked like he was, maybe going to do something to Sasha. But like, there was no proof there, and Negan just like kills the guy. So you kind of just see,
No, but see the way Negan stabs him, right? It's so nonchalant. I've never stabbed anybody, right? But there has to be a half a bit of force behind it to actually put it through his neck.
No, absolutely. I mean, even if it's made of fucking jelly, I think you'd need to put more force than this through. But, just a sign of a guy being intimidating towards a woman, and Negan kills him.
I would describe it as a poke, to be honest, and it fucking sliced him fucking clean through.
I mean, I just didn't see it, calling him Rapey Davy. I mean, was it worthy of death? No, but because he's like a white male character, they're going to portray that he's like a serial rapist, even though like I just did not see it. Like, I don't know, guys, have you seen The Condemned? But see before they send them into the forest.
Blackberry.
The guy that is it Brackle? I forget his name. Like, the guy that's putting on the TV shows. Like, he goes over to the woman and he kind of like tears her shirt a little bit because he says, "We're in show business, not a soup kitchen." And his point is here, actually, we're on TV here. We need to look a bit more appealing. It's not like he fucking raped her, do you know what I mean?
But my problem with it is,
right?
Look who's confronting them over it. It's fucking Negan, the guy that's literally holding women against his will, forcing them to sleep with him, or else he'll kill their family members. Who's worse, him or Rapey Davy? I think it's Rapey Negan.
I mean, I don't even think this was as bad. I mean, what the fuck? If you look at the governor, like, he actually fucking really embarrassed Maggie and forced her to strip
what
down.
Negan's basically saying is here, you know the rules, yous can't rape, I can. That's pretty much what Negan said here. It's hypocritical, it's fucking garbage, but just like a dead city man trying to portray Negan as this great guy, looking through the binoculars. Is that wee Herschel? I bashed his dad's skull in, and I've also, forced women to sleep with me against all their family's will. Wanker.
No, like, I mean, this guy could have been a scumbag, he could have been an arsehole. I just don't think, from what we've seen, that there was enough there to kill the guy and stab him through the neck.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
He could have very well been on his way to raping Sasha. We don't know that. But he could have just been throwing his weight around and trying to intimidate her and trying to make her feel small. So, I mean, we don't know.
See, I mean, I need to rewatch the scene again to get 100% clarification, but you know what? It's fucking hypocritical for Negan. 110%. It's just cartoony, man. He sticks it's like a fucking hot knife through butter. It's crap.
Anyway, shite character, nothing really to talk about.
He was weird to Enid as well, at Alexandria, I think.
Is that him?
Aye.
Ah, well, maybe.
With all the balloon stuff.
Anyway, number 5, Fat Joey. I liked Fat Joey. It's a damn shame. No, we just got Joey. So there's no Fat Joey, there's no Slim Joey, it's just Joey. Did this guy deserve to die? I don't think so. I mean, some people will argue, oh, he's on the savior's side, so he deserves to fucking die.
What Daryl could have done?
Well, by that logic, everybody on Rick's side should have died from a savior perspective because they wiped out 50 of their men.
I think from a fair perspective, right, what Daryl could have done here is hit him once, knock him out, so he can get time to escape. But what he does is just brutally crush it. He'll brutally crush fucking Fat Joey's skull in, but then he'll happily team up with Negan in later seasons.
Yeah, just just for me, bullshit. Fat Joey didn't deserve to die. Yeah, Fat Joey thought he was all right.
Was it a golf club he used? I think it was.
If you reverse the roles and if you have if you have an antagonist that is captured by Rick's group, if they do this to a member of Rick's group, they're not justified. They're not portrayed as they're portrayed as, oh look, he's a fucking killer. Look what he done to escape.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
like say for example, Randall found a golf club in the fucking barn and he broke out and Beth just happened to be planting watering the flowers near fucking by and he walked up and he could have just like knocked her out and ran into the woods, but he decided to bash her over the head like 10 times with a golf club. Would he have been justified, or would people have went, fuck, that was a bad thing he done, horrible thing?
horrible thing.
But for some reason, Daryl kills Fat Joey, and I get it. A lot of people are brain dead. A lot of people are like, oh, but he's the good guy, so he can kill them all. But then a bad guy does something, and I like to look at things objectively.
Yes.
I don't think Fat Joey deserved to die at all.
I think that's the problem with The Walking Dead. I think throughout the course of it, that the dumb fucks watching it, it's written for dumb fucks, and they think every action that the main characters do,
Justified.
it's justified and it's good. I mean, it's just not. I mean, you look at other TV shows and you look at Walter White, Tony Soprano, guys like that. I don't think not everything. A lot of stuff they do is bad, but it's designed that way. I feel like in The Walking Dead, a lot of stuff they do is bad, but they try and pretend it's good.
Yeah, like see with Walter, man, you sympathise with him, but him just letting Jane die is a bad thing.
Yes.
But you do feel his struggle.
Yep.
But it is fucking black and white.
Walter White.
I mean, it's not black and white. I mean, because she was earlier threatening him, so it's like you kind of see the dilemma he's in. It's like, well, it makes sense. I mean, it's a good thing for Walter if she dies, but it's not morally correct. You've got the grey area in there, grey matter. It's
Tony killing Chris benefits him, but it's a bad fucking thing to do. It's his nephew. The nose grab of doom.
But, see Tony and Walter, they're the main characters, but I don't think people that like those shows... same thing with Jax Taylor and Sons of Anarchy. He's the main character, he's the good guy, he's the protagonist, but he does a lot of shit that you just don't think's right.
Yeah, it's like Rick killing Shane. Yeah, Shane was going to kill Rick, but Rick did not need to kill Shane, but he killed him. Right? But then you look at other stuff that's Rick done. You mean, he ran over a police officer who was unarmed.
Yeah,
I think that's the worst one that
Yeah.
I can think off the top of my head.
Well, but it was. I think it was the aftermath yet. Afterwards, he bent down and he was speaking to him after he broke the guy's back, and he was almost like fucking bragging about it.
I getting cocky.
I was like, what the fuck? See Rick being down on his knees, man, with those snot bubbles. That was enjoy the moment. He fucking deserved that. He had that coming.
That's when TV peaked. Oh,
Right, Fat
peaked.
Joey, number 5. Number 4, Dr. Carson. This guy, again, Dwight, it's like you feel sympathetic towards him, but he does some bad shit. But because he's a bad guy and he's on the antagonist side, everything he does is just seen as bad.
I'm a bad. No, but good death, yeah.
Despite the reasons. But yeah, he pretty much blames Dr. Carson on Sherry leaving. And Negan then grabs Dr. Carson, tells him if he admits it, then he won't kill him. He admits it, and then Negan, I guess, is not a man of his word and kills him anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I think he said you wouldn't get the iron, and then he just chucked him in the furnace.
Brutal death. Unique death. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
No doctor need it though.
was it fair? No. Did he deserve to be chucked in a fire and die a horrible death? No, definitely not. But that's the way Negan operates here. Number 3, we've got Spencer. He had guts. He stepped up to Negan. No, do you know what I don't get? Like, Negan can say you got no guts, but I think the fact that Spencer was even man enough to step up to Negan and have a conversation with him, I think that does show somewhat guts. Now, you could argue that he was cowardly, he was going behind Rick's back and this and that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think most people they see Negan coming and they're trying to blend into the background. They're trying not to be noticed. Spencer actually stepped up.
Mano to mano here. Like, I mean, his logic. Yeah, I don't get Negan, right? Because he says he's got no guts. To me, Spencer shows more guts going around Rick to Negan than if he went around Negan to Rick, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, he's went to the baddest dog in the yard about solving a problem rather than confronting Rick about it.
And you know what? He kind of had confronted Rick.
Yeah. And then Rick acting the big man. You ever say that again, I'll smash your fucking face in. Alright, Sean.
You, Rick. Anyway, Spencer, after the pool, you got no guts. Rips his guts, slices all the guts, and he's like, oh man, I've never been so embarrassed. I was wrong. He does have guts. It was a decent scene. Right, number 2, we have ding 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 ding. We almost had a tie. Now we couldn't put them both in first place. Both guys got hit with Lucille, but number 2, second place, we're going to put Glenn. Now, is Glenn the bigger death in terms of impact and loss for the group? I think you could argue that, because I do think that the group was probably more members of the group were just closer to Glenn than they were to Abraham. I think the viewers were closer to Glenn, and that makes sense because we did spend a lot more time with Glenn. But I don't think Glenn's death was as good because it wasn't first. And
do you not think, right? Yeah, no, I totally agree. I'm going to Abraham over Glenn every day of the week. Do you
you
know?
could maybe even argue Glenn's was more surprising because of the way it happened. But I just think because we'd already seen Abraham get bashed, it's like,
see,
the next one's not going to be as
no, totally.
And then
it would. I think it would have had to have been like Rick.
And then
to outshine Abraham
and then
to a degree.
See whoever he bashed in after Glenn, that would have probably been third.
Aye.
It would have probably just went in order.
See The Walking Dead. See they weren't milking a cash cow, right? You could have got Rick getting killed here or Daryl, but they knew that they had a cash cow here and they were going to make movies. I know they then fell through it and then ended up making TV shows. But do you not agree? Do you not think if this show went 7 or 8 seasons, like you could have got like Rick dying here?
No, absolutely.
Like Glenn and Abraham are 2 decent sized deaths, but see by this point, Glenn doesn't. I don't know, man. Glenn at this point doesn't feel all that special to me. I wasn't that bothered when he died, man, personally. But his eyeball did pop out, so that made it. I'll see you, Mega.
You know what, man? I mean, Glenn had that wee feud with Nicholas that didn't really
do anything for anybody, did it?
Outside of that, though, Glenn's not really been relevant since season 4, has he?
No. He's kind of just been the tag along. It's like, I'm not saying. I mean, if you look at the group in season 1, I mean, Shane's away, Merle's away. I mean, Glenn's worse than both of them. I mean, he's obviously better than T-Dog, but just by the fact that you lose so many people, Glenn's just naturally going to rise to the top.
Yeah, no, I like the Glenn character, but I mean, I do think that the early Glenn was the best Glenn. Yeah,
no, it was. But numero uno, we've got Abraham doing the wee peace out sign. You can breathe, you can blink. Hell, I gotta be doing that. Bang.
Suck my nuts. It was
Suck my nuts.
Pretty iconic there. He gets after getting bashed over the head, telling Negan to suck his nuts. But yeah, Negan does the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. He picks out Abraham, and Abraham's got to go. That's how it works here when you play eeny, meeny, miny, mo with Lucille. But for me, great death from Abraham. What do I think overall of the Abraham character? I mean, I did enjoy it, but I feel like
he was much better early on.
Came in, yeah.
He was masculine. See, by the end, he was a fucking joke. It was almost like the butt of a joke.
I do feel like pretty much. I think ever since he found out the truth about Eugene, he went downhill.
Yeah, I'd say that was the. Like when he was on the road to Terminus, and when he was beefing with Rick with the termites, and he's like, the world's gonna need Rick Grimes. That was all decent stuff, but you're right. Once he found out about Eugene. Nosedive for there. Anyway, that's The Walking Dead Season 7 deaths. Who will finish first in Season 8? We'll have to wait and see. Till next time. Peace.